The night the new boss got schooled. In this short story, you'll see how playing the fool can flip the whole game in your favor. Told by your storyteller, Alex Rivera. Grab a seat, friend, and picture a cramped office break room where the coffee's weak, but the tension is strong. I was 27, working logistics at a mid-sized shipping firm in Cleveland. Our new regional manager, Mr. Caldwell, rolled in wearing a suit that cost more than my car. He loved talking down to us, especially to me, because I kept my head down and let him. Every morning, he'd corner me by the vending machines. He'd pat my shoulder and say, "Kid, watch and learn." Then he'd rant about his big plans to cut staff and impress corporate. I just nodded, acted confused, asked the occasional dumb question. Inside, I was mapping every shortcut he bragged about, every corner he planned to cut. 2 weeks in, Caldwell announced a company-wide contest. Whoever trimmed the most shipping costs without hurting delivery times would earn a fat bonus and a direct line to the board. My coworkers groaned, knowing Caldwell would cheat and win. I stayed quiet, kept stacking boxes like my brain was on vacation. Caldwell strutted over, chuckled, and said, "Don't worry, you'll get participation points." I gave him a slow thumbs up and shuffled away. That night I stayed late, printed every email he'd sent, every shady instruction. I cross-checked the routes, the fuel logs, the fake maintenance reports he'd signed off. I found a $400,000 hole he'd hidden under fancy charts. Instead of exposing him, I built a cleaner plan that saved even more money and protected the drivers. When the final presentation came, Caldwell strutted to the front with colorful slides and buzzwords flying. The brass clapped politely, clearly bored. Then it was my turn. I walked up yawning, wearing the same wrinkled shirt from the day before. I mumbled, stumbled through the first slide on purpose, acting like the mic scared me. Caldwell smirked and whispered loud enough for everyone to hear, "Told you guys he was hopeless." I clicked to the next slide. Numbers lit the room like neon. I showed how Caldwell's plan would cost us a fortune in fines, delays, and lawsuits. I spoke slowly, almost apologetic, like I was discovering it with them. The board leaned in, shocked. I followed with my alternate route map, the one that actually saved cash and kept workers safe. I ended by saying, "I'm just a box guy, but even I can see this keeps us out of trouble." Silence hung for a second, then the vice president laughed. She said, "Son, you just outplayed the player." Caldwell's face turned a color I'd never seen on a human. HR escorted him out that afternoon. They offered me his job on the spot. I looked surprised, rubbed my neck, and said, I guess I could try." Inside, I felt calm, like I'd planned every second. Because I had. I smiled, thanked them, and asked for a week to think it over. I took the promotion, but first I walked back to the break room, poured the worst coffee of my life, and toasted the vending machine. Sometimes the best way to win is to let the other guy believe he's the smartest in the room. Summary: letting people think they outsmart you gives you room to watch, learn, and move when it truly matters. Real strength hides behind simple manners and a slower voice. Play the fool when pride is on the table, and the table eventually turns in your favor.